Time to break the Lenovo seal. Wait, is this a map? I just shorted the crap out of it. This thing doesn't have genitals. 400 FPS? The fan went full speed like 7 times. Now nothing. Ah, there it is. YouTube, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Meet Lenovo. Alright, what have I got today? So this is what I believe to be a Google Meet conference computer of some kind. You can tell it's a computer because of this. But from what I understand about this thing, you're supposed to hook up a really big webcam to it, and then you talk to your mom. If your mom is your boss. See, this is kind of more of like a corporate type thing. You wouldn't find this thing in your home. The reason it's in my home is so that I can cause irreparable harm. So let's get started. So I don't know the first thing about taking this apart. There's this big ol' rubber thing on the bottom. I guess that's a good place to start. Maybe? There's not like a single screw hole on this thing. There's not even an obvious place to like start prying it. That being said, I do assume we're gonna have to pry something. Here's the hood iFixit kit. Oh, what the? It's sticking. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a magnet. Oh, we have lots of magnet. Yo! What the heck? Why would they? What? Are you telling me that Lenovo knows how magnets work? That's insane. Nobody knows how magnets work. Hold on. The ultimate test. Oh, look at that. They all just stopped moving. Wow. Is this whole thing a magnet? Wait, hold on. We can kind of find where the magnet is. Hold on. There's more where that came from. So based on my highly scientific model here, we have 10 magnets. That's impressive. But how many magnets do I have? 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. You did pretty good, Lenovo. But I have 19 magnets. Better luck next time. Anyway, we should probably put these away. So now that we know that crucial information, still gotta figure out how to open up this thing. Okay, what is this? GQE50L Google Meet Series 1 Room Kit. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have an iFixit tutorial for this one. Okay then, we're on our own, guys. Just me and all 125,000 of you. Truly all alone. So there's like adhesive under there, but that's like gonna come off once, and then we'll never go back again. I know earlier I said that I'm down to cause irreparable harm, but like, I don't know. I don't need to. Unless I do, I don't know. Is there like a hidden screw? No. Wait, maybe? Sometimes you can feel like screw posts through stickers. Ah, what the hell? Why not?
Nope.
See, this is what I meant by irreparable harm. This is never gonna stick as well ever again. See, look at that. It's lifted for all eternity. Alright, well, off comes the rubber. Oh my god. No! No! Irreparable harm has been caused. I shouldn't be this upset about this, but I am. Whoa, that's interesting. Look at the pattern that they applied the adhesive with. What the heck kind of process is that? They got CNC machines with little tiny glue sticks on the end that just go. That's kind of cool. Anyway, me and the boys looking for some irreparable harm to cause. Yeah. Them city gamers ain't even know how to skin a Lenovo. Yeah, look at that. The whole thing is like that. It's like... Wait, is this a map? So here's the focal point. You can see there's a path going this way. There's a pretty open corridor right here. And then there's one diagonally going this way. There's a skinny section we could take around the mound here. But I'm not sure where to go from here. Okay, well, we'll figure that one out another time. That's filthy. But we found our screws. You know how we're taking this thing apart? LTTstore.com. Hey, guess what Linus did?
Gaming.
He gave me some special Bringus buttons to buy his screwdriver with. They're down here in the description. Buying through these affiliate links directly supports my channel. Plus, they get you the best multi-bit screwdrivers ever made. Anyway, time to break the Lenovo seal. Okay, now what? Oh, hold on. We do a bit of prying. We must go where no LTT screwdriver has gone before. In a hole smaller than 8 millimeters across. Time to see what's inside the Google Meet computer. Wow, would you look at that? It's like a laptop in a box. SATA M.2. Couldn't have sprung for NVMe? Okay, I see how it is. How much of the dedicated stuff do we got? A-Pacer. A-Pacer for industrial. Oh my lord, 2 gigabytes. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. We will address that later. CPU, I imagine, is under here, which is our, what was it? 8th gen Intel i7. Okay. Oh my, look at this. It's the world's tiniest BIOS battery. Look at that thing. That's 12 millimeters across. Why are you so small? Here's you, also you, still you. The Ethernet controller she tells you not to worry about. Wi-Fi card. Can't you stick like a PCI Express adapter into these things? I don't know, I've seen Dawood do it a few times. That might be kind of fun. Anything under the fan? I don't know, let's find out. Oh hey, what's up little man? Hey, I'll catch you later. Well, now that we've seen what's inside, let's try turning it on. Which is gonna be easier said than done because of that. Yeah, that's our power plug. Kinda looks like a Ghastly or something. Yeah, I don't have that. But let's see, I think I have something close. I have like that as a plug. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, this thing, hold on. So it can take 19 volts, which is like your standard laptop charger voltage, or 54 volts, which I believe is PoE. Conceivably, I could use this to power it. Probably? I don't know. Maybe this is why this one's got the big Chungus controller? Either way, I don't have any spare DDR4. I also have nothing that uses PoE. You guys know what that means.
It's time for a trip to the e-waste store!
I found a PoE-enabled network switch, and we hooked it up to the port right here that has a little lightning bolt on it. But turns out that this is not PoE as you traditionally would think of PoE. This doesn't receive power, it gives it out, which is exactly the opposite of what we want. So the network switch with PoE did not power it. So this is my only attack vector. Considering the official AC adapter for this is $168 on eBay, I have decided we're gonna rough it. However, I did get a 16GB stick of RAM. Extremely dedicated. So we'll stick that in when the time comes, but for now, I just want to get this thing powered on. Oh, I almost forgot. I also got a Cactus brand SSD, 128GB, Human Slime Edition, commercial grade. That's how you know it's good stuff. As gaming as this is, it's not going to help us right now, though. Right now, I got to figure out how we can power it with this guy. Oh, what the heck? There's another SODIMM slot on the back. I could have bought 2 8s. I just bought a single 16. Well, that kind of sucks. Whoa, this is interesting. There's a micro SD card slot with a micro SD card in it. 4GB Toshiba card. Okay, we got to see what's on this. In she goes. Oh, there's nothing on it? Oh, message for user.txt. Well, let's see it. You have officially been hacked in every way possible? Your devices tracked? Bank account charged $9,999? Identity stolen? Credit $1 million loan in my name? Privacy? My IP revealed to all my subscribers? It's 165.227.29.75? You know, normally I'd really be freaking out about this, but lucky for me, I've already dealt with all of it. I was alerted instantly when all of this happened by Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Thanks to Aura, protecting all of the above is now easier than even doing this. Aura alerts you to threats against the most important aspects of your life. They'll watch for things like suspicious credit activity, database breaches, and identity theft, and alert you as soon as possible if they find anything. Aura is so thorough that they can apparently even detect if a new co-owner was added to the title of your house. I did not even know that that could happen, and now I have one more thing keeping me up at night. With Aura, you don't have to worry about that. Not only that, but I don't have to worry about my internet browsing either. Aura comes with a VPN that hides your IP, encrypts your browsing data, and makes tracking your online activity way harder. You can enjoy the peace of mind of knowing that nobody but you and the guy packing your order knows how many chicken heaters you're about to own. You also get the peace of mind that comes with 24/7 online support. Someone will always be there to help you out. Protect what's really important and start a 14-day free trial today by scanning the QR code on the screen, going to aura.com/Bringus Studios, or clicking my link in the description. Anyway, all of this stuff was on the bottom, so you're not normally supposed to see this. I mean, well, to be fair, you're not normally supposed to get into this thing at all, but it's just kind of interesting that they have just an SD card slot there. And then what is this guy? It says Coral.ai, Google LLC. This is a custom board by Google. M.2 accelerator with dual edge TPU. What the heck? What is it though? Performs high-speed ML inferencing. Each coprocessor is capable of performing 4 trillion operations per second. Is that impressive? Oh shoot, 400 FPS? All right, yep, that's all I needed to read. This is literally the most gaming card I've ever seen. 400 FPS, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Oh man, I've got high hopes for this thing now. 400 FPS, here we come. Okay, so these 4 on the outside, those are all going to be ground. And then one of these is 54 volts, and then one of them is 19 volts. So now my job is to figure out which one's which without completely blowing this whole thing up. Okay, so when I touch these two guys together, he screams. And by doing that, we can figure out when two things are connected together. The outside of this RJ45 and the outside of this one, they're electrically connected. They're both grounded. You can tell because these little copper things right here are on the ground plane. So you can touch one there, touch one here. They're all ground. Housings on the outside of connectors are almost always on ground, including this one right here. Look at that. But we can use any points here on the ground plane to connect the minus terminal of our 19-volt connection. But finding where to stick the positive terminal is a little trickier. And now if I knew what I was doing, this is the part where I would tell you exactly how to do that. But this is Bringus Studios, ladies and gentlemen, and we have exhausted my knowledge. There's definitely two different voltages coming through here though, because these are two very separated areas. We only need to power the 19-volt pin to get this thing to turn on, I'm fairly certain. The 54-volt pin is only when you want to use the PoE features, which we don't. So the way I'm thinking about this is, if you apply the wrong voltage to a circuit, bad things can happen. But usually it's only bad when you put too much voltage through a circuit. So my thinking here is that we can put 19 volts through either one of these, and if it lands on the 19-volt side, sick. And if it lands on the 54-volt side, not sick, because it won't turn on, but it shouldn't cause damage because putting 19 volts where 54 volts is expected is not that bad. So it shouldn't do any damage, right? Don't learn anything from this section, by the way. I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's do it. Gonna stick the power supply clamp right onto that guy right there. Okay, and we'll put ground right here. All right, power supply on. All right, if this fan spins, we're in business. Power button was here, so this should be it. Let's see.
Nope.
Okay, power supply off. We'll try a pin on the other side. Power supply on. Oh, it doesn't like that. The power supply dropped to 0 volts. Usually that means I'm shorted to something. You know what I really should have checked? To see if any of the pins in here are ground. Yeah, they totally are. I just shorted the crap out of it. That should be okay. That one particular pin was ground. Very cool. All right, well, let's try this one. Wait, nope. Let's try this one. Power supply on. Oh, did you see that? It spun. I saw it. Oh, there it goes again. So the fan just spins and then stops. I think it's trying to start? Okay, well either way, we know which pin is the right pin now. It's this one right here. So now all we gotta do is find out which pad that is. Okay, it's that one. Ground connection here now, and a 19-volt connection here now. Now that we've done that, I can screw the wire... Bruh. There we go. As I was saying, the wires can be put into these terminal blocks. Now we can plug a real proper 19-volt AC adapter into this thing. Connectorino. Pluggerino. Not working, Eno. What the heck, dude? New plan. When you don't like your solder points, you make your own. And how about now? Nothing? Come on, man. Okay, I've made a pretty epic discovery. This dark green plane, yeah, that's not connected to this pin. I didn't look close enough, and it's hard to even see on camera here, but that pin is not part of that plane. So that's why it wasn't turning on. I've soldered to the pin, as God intended. Let's try again. Hey, there we go. How about we plug HDMI in? Would you look at that? Oh, it's hauling ass now. Oh God, it's going, it's going. The fan went full speed like 7 times. Now nothing? Cool. How do you even troubleshoot this, dude? What if I take out the RAM and put it back in?
Yeah!
Oh, no way, it's working! The fan's not on. Do you want to activate Chrome Vox, the built-in screen? No. Your Google Meet hardware is ready to set up. So this thing really does just run without the fan then. And I think the loud fan was the indicator that the RAM was not seated correctly. Okay, we'll get a handy dandy Ethernet cable plugged in here. Downloading the latest update. Very cool. This reminds me a lot of Chrome OS, I have to say. Oh, this literally is just Chrome OS. I am a little concerned that the fan is no longer spinning. Maybe it'll kick on later. Google Meet hardware is ready to set up again. Enterprise enrollment? That's not good. Uh-oh. Can I be my own enterprise? Oh, I can be. Enrollment error. Your organization limits device enrollment to authorized users only. Okay. Oh wait, hold up. Look at this in the corner. Use as a personal device. Well, that didn't change anything. What the heck? I clicked use as a personal device. All right, I don't know how far we're gonna get with this. I am glad that this thing at least turns on now. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do. So essentially, this thing is just a Chromebook. With Chromebooks and Chromeboxes and whatever, there's like a recovery console that you can sort of get into. I'm gonna try and do that. Usually they've got some kind of button or pin you gotta push. I think this is the one right here, this button. So I'm gonna hold this and turn it on. There we go. Okay, we're at the recovery screen. So now Control D, there we go. To turn OS verification off, press the recovery button. Okay, this one. OS verification is off. Okay, cool. So that is step 1 to getting another OS on this thing. Your system is transitioning to developer mode. Modifications you make to the system are not supported by Google, may cause hardware issues, and may void warranty. Just the way I like it. Okay, this stupid thing has finished its transition, whatever that means. Control Alt F2. Ooh. Okay, I believe the root user is Kronos. There we go. Now there's a lovely script put together on mrchromebox.tech that should make it so we can install like a UEFI compatible bootloader type thing in this thing. And then from there, it's game over. This thing is all mine to game on. Okay, so the only problem here now though is that it says firmware write protect enabled. If we're gonna be doing anything with this, we need to disable the firmware write protect. And on these weird Chrome things, there's usually a screw you can actually just physically remove that disables write protection. So I'm going to turn it off. We'll see if we can't figure out where that screw is. It's also possible that it might just be 2 pads that I have to bridge with solder. I'm kind of the first person that I know of that's messing with this thing, so kind of on our own here. This kind of looks like it to me because you can see that the pad is like split in 2 areas. So putting a screw in here would contact both the pads and then short it to enable write protection. But the screw is not in there anymore. So that can't be it. Press PP button now. This thing doesn't have genitals. Every time press PP button now comes up, I have to hit the power button for some reason. It just says another press will be required. And then suddenly it's gonna pop up to tell me to press it. I gotta be ready. I don't know why I have to do this, but if it works, it works. I am at the point in this guide where I need to connect something called a SuzyQable.
What's that?
It's this bizarre debugging cable, and you can't buy it anymore. Unless we get that cable, there's no way I'm installing a full firmware. But we can do this RW Legacy one. RW Legacy firmware cannot be used to run Windows. Period. Well, I'm no stranger to Linux. Whoa! Oh, I didn't like that. Image size doesn't match the expected size. Okay. And everything else is write protected. Here's the new plan. We're just gonna get into the default Chrome OS that's already on this thing, and then see what we can do from there. Enable debugging features. Sure, why not? Can't hurt. Ooh, enable booting from USB drives. This might be exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Root password. Gaming. Confirm. Gaming. So now do I just burn a Linux flash drive and we're good? For good luck, we're going to be using the golden flash drive again. Godspeed, little buddy. Alright, Control U. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Look at that. Could not boot from USB. Thank you, Quora. Reboot, but this time with Linux installed to a finger, and the Chromebook is fingered by it. Okay. So I can't get into this thing's Chrome OS because of the enterprise enrollment garbage. Can't boot from a flash drive.
Nope.
Because God knows why. Guy on Reddit says to press Control Alt H. Oh, are you sure you want to set up this device to run Hangouts Meet? No. Is that the wrong answer? Yes. Neither of them do anything. I have once again run some more commands from Reddit, disabling something called OEM device requisition. So now we're gonna reboot. Hope for the best. So what if we just did one of these, huh?
I'm going to...
See you later. Oh, shoot. I broke the crap out of this. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, see you later, buckaroo.
Many thanks.
How about now? Write protect is still enabled. Does this thing even go back in? Not really.
Hello again.
Okay. Irreparable harm once again. At this point, I was getting pretty pissed off, because this thing just didn't want to be gamed on, and I didn't bother to keep the camera rolling since this video is already going to be long enough. I'd gone back to the original guide that I was following, you know, the one that needed the SuzyQ cable, which you can't buy anymore, and I thought to myself, what the heck is so special about this cable anyway? And turns out I'm not the first person to think that, since other people who are in the same boat as me said fuck it, and they just made one themselves. Apparently, Google put out an official specification for the SuzyQ cable, making it technically possible to just create your own. All you need to do is solder 2 resistors to certain pins on a Type-C jack, and then solder a USB-A cable into it. And since I'm no shank mods, I just bought a breakout board for a Type-C jack and soldered the resistors and the USB cable directly to that instead of the Type-C jack. As long as the spec that Google put out for this thing is correct, then it should let me directly interface with the security chip on the motherboard, and then curb stomp the write protection to the Shadow Realm. So from what I understand about using this cable, I'm supposed to plug this end into the only Type-C port that's on here, and then the regular USB end into one of the regular USB ports, which is extremely cursed, and everything I know about electronics conventionally would tell me that this is not a good idea. But the documentation for this cable is from Google, so it should be fine. Okay, so this command should open up the CR50 security chip for disabling write protection.
Nope.
Very cool. Oh wait, I think I already did this. Yeah, this was the thing that told me to press the PP button. Okay, it says that if it doesn't show up, sometimes you gotta flip it. Well, the guide says not to plug it in until this part, so I'm gonna unplug it and reboot it. I remember when I thought that just unplugging the cable and rebooting was gonna do anything. I was so innocent back then. No, it turned out that for, oh, I don't know, the next 4 or 5 hours maybe, my cable wouldn't be doing anything remotely like what it was supposed to be doing. Eventually, I took off my insanity tinted glasses and realized that I probably just built the cable wrong. And this was partially true. I'd flipped the green and white wires that ran to the USB-A cable, but at the time I didn't know that. I was too busy trying literally everything I could think of, including resoldering the entire board, trying different value resistors, bridging all the 5-volt lines, bridging all the ground points. Hell, I even deconstructed the entire thing onto a breadboard, but it still wouldn't work. It doesn't even show up as connected to the computer at all. You know what would really help to troubleshoot this? Having something that is known good and working to test my cable on. What I need is, for the first time in my life, a Chromebook. So it was off to the e-waste store again for trip number 2. I found this piece of crap HP Chromebook with a screen that's just barely still clinging to life. I plugged my abomination of a USB cable in, and for the first time in this entire project, the computer started communicating with the security chip. That means that my cable actually works. So what's the deal then? Why doesn't it work on the Lenovo Meet computer? How do I sanity check something that I don't know anything about? In my desperation, I turned to the people that do know a thing or two about stuff like this. The citizens of the Ultrabook Discord server. Please get a better name. These folks know a thing or two about Chrome OS based devices, and with their help, we figured out nothing. Even to this day, while I'm editing this, nobody knows why it works on this random Chromebook, but not on the Lenovo Meet computer. But you know what user Ellie knew about? Something she refers to as a gamer move, which is also known as shorting SPI pin 3 to 8. Huh? But what the heck does that mean? What's an SPI chip? So the SPI chip is what's write protected that we've been trying to unwrite protect this entire time. It's the thing that's being written to when we write our UEFI firmware, which is what lets us boot Windows and Linux. As it turns out, if you solder a wire between pins 3 and 8 on the SPI chip, it will disable write protection. Exactly what we need here. Left with no other options, I soldered a jumper wire, risking even more irreparable harm to the motherboard. I guess this is also a good time to mention that I figured out what that power port is, and I bought the matching jack from DigiKey and then soldered it to a female barrel jack, so I don't have to rely on this anymore. We're just gonna pretend that all of that never happened. There you go, good as new. Now the only thing left to do is see if shorting the SPI chip would finally disable write protection on it. Oh, buddy. And I think you can guess that it did. God bless you, Ellie. God bless you. With the core boot UEFI firmware now installed on our freshly writable SPI chip, I popped in the 16GB stick of DDR4 that I bought earlier, a 1TB NVMe SSD to replace the old SATA one, and then I got to work doing what I do best. Now that everything is finally good to go on this thing, I think it's SteamOS time. And the flavor of SteamOS we're going to be using today is this one called Bazite. Actually, hold on.
Bazite, 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 Bazite.
Oh my god. That dude puts Microsoft Sam to shame for creepiest text-to-speech. Bazite. This is just another operating system, apparently powered by Fedora, that puts the Deck UI from the Steam Deck as kind of the primary GUI, which is exactly what we want. Alright, so we knew this thing was an 8th gen i7, but now we can see that it's an i7-8550U at a whole 1.8 gigahertz. Very fast. It sees our 16 gig stick of
Wham!
So that's good. Whoa. Oh my. Oh, look at that. So they've got pre-made images on here for the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally. I'm not sure what this Asus one is. This is probably NVIDIA GPU support. Framework, that's cool. They got one for the Surface? Wow, there's a lot of these. Well, I'm just gonna go with the regular one, I guess. Oh, welcome to Fedora 38. So they just cannibalized the regular installer, I guess. Oh my. Kickstart insufficient. What does that mean? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I clicked on this and then hit done, and now it's fine. Maybe it just wants me to verify all this stuff. No user will be created. How does that work? I'm gonna enable that. Okay, let's do it. Ah, there it is. Wait, this thing doesn't come with Steam? What? What the heck? Oh, welcome to Bazite. Setting up Bazite Arch. Sets up a custom Arch Linux OCI. What the heck? Okay, clearly I don't understand what's happening. So you take the wheel, Bazite. Let's give it the old sign in. How about that? And there's Steam. And I've already downloaded some games ahead of time. We can just plug that right into the Type-C port. There we go. There it is. Welcome, Google Meet Series 1 compute unit to the elite group of computers that are now Steam Decks. But do she play like a Steam Deck? Let's find out. Nice. Instant 2.4 gigabyte update. Very cool. Now we can play. Nope, gotta do the Vulkan shaders. Just like a real Steam Deck. Oh my god. This, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the SteamOS experience. So this is, not great. Recommended setting for your system configuration, and it gave us high. For the sake of getting double-digit FPS, we're going to 720p. Oh, okay, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Oh, this looks bad. Please, for the love of God, get this man some more pixels. Let's get an FPS counter. That's what a game that's running really good looks like. Okay, okay, almost 30 FPS. This is better than the PlayStation 4. Can we get 60 FPS? All right, I'm gonna make a deal with the devil. We're going to 350p. Oh my goodness. No way, dude, no way. Oh my goodness, why is this a supported resolution? I can hardly even distinguish the numbers on the FPS counter. Wow, this is like PlayStation 1 edition. Counter-Strike 2 for the PlayStation 1. You know what's even more incredible is we're still not really getting 60 FPS. Well, sometimes, I guess. It gets there eventually. I would now like to try kicking all the bots. Wow, that is very readable. I've learned from you guys, from the PS4 video, where I played Counter-Strike on the PS4, that kicking the bots ups the frame rate like crazy. And while I still can't really read that number all that great, I can tell that it's above 60 more often than not. So yeah, it actually helped quite a bit. Look at that, 80 almost? Are we banging off 80 right now? Does getting over 60 FPS really matter if there's nobody to play against? That being said, let's try an online game. We couldn't go online with the PS4 because the game was running too slow and there was no way that was gonna happen. However, this is technically running fine. Okay, so I'm not playing right now, this is just me spectating. But 30-ish, 40 FPS, not too bad. The side of the screen is very colorful. All right, match point, it's my time to shine. Oh no, oh boy, here we go. Let's do this, team. I can't see anything, but it's all good. I got this, let's go. I got this. Let's go. Oh, they didn't even know it hit him. Well, that's what happens when my 350p ass joins the game. How about something new? Team Fortress 2. You know, believe it or not, this is not the worst way I've ever played TF2. Look at that. I can even downright get kills. And get killed. You know what? 40 FPS, that is downright respectable. Not even bad. Unfortunately, though, this level of performance does not allow for circles. Oh, he stole it from me. Alright, let's try some more games on this beast of a computer. Everything else that I wanted to try completely just doesn't run. So, let's continue in Windows. This is not great. Potato. Yeah, that's accurate. This flickering is really good. I bet we're gonna have a great time. There is genuinely half a second between moving the mouse and something happening. Woo! 13 FPS, baby. Black Mesa has to just be like the heaviest source game. It has not run well even once. Although considering what I usually run this on, I guess that's not too surprising. Alright, well that's mediocre at best. I like how GTA 5 tries to make you feel better about your terrible computer by not giving you a low option for graphics. You just get normal. It's okay, it's normal to be low performance, I swear. Remember, it's not about the size of your graphics card. It's about how you use it. And oh boy, am I using it. Yeah, this is rough. Let's try the tried and true method of turning it down to as low as physically possible. 800 by 600. Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. Hold on, I think we can make it even better. Turn off VSync. Look at that. Okay, didn't really help much. 30 FPS, this is downright playable. If I was like 13 again, and this is all that I had, I would still play the absolute shit out of this. If the options are A, don't play game, or B, play game, brother, the quality does not matter. I'm playing the game. For the more discerning of you out there, let's try 720p. Oh, you know what? 720p's not bad. You get a little bit of a visual bump. Honestly, though, I kind of still prefer the 800 by 600. Absolutely sick. Oh, I was hoping I was gonna land on that guy. Not bad, not bad. Oh, yikes. This is certainly not optimal. Alright, we're just gonna skip 1080p and go right to the minimum resolution of 720p. Actually, we can probably go lower if we do 4x3. Yeah, 640 by 480, let's do it. Oh yeah, 60 FPS. Dude, this isn't even bad. Okay, I know me saying that the games before were downright playable was kind of a meme. But like, look at this one. Dude, 480p never looked so good. This is ridiculous. I'm impressed. I mean, I shouldn't be because it's 480p. Damn, not bad. Far Cry 5, everything low, including you. Oh, yikes. Oh, this is not having it. Is this actually all low? That doesn't feel like all low. No, motion blur's still on. Okay, how about now? Okay, that didn't help at all. Wow, that's atrocious. I expected a little better than 8 FPS. Oh my goodness, dude. All right, well, down goes the resolution. Dang, 720p is actually the lowest that this game supports. All right, 720p. Wow, that's bad. That is really bad. I didn't think this game was so heavy. And I mean, I didn't think it was a light game by any means, but damn, dude. Is there anything else we can do? Resolution scale, half. So now we're gonna be rendering at half of 720p. And it's still terrible. That barely helped at all. What the heck? Look at this, dude. This is the Lenovo Google Meet Series 1 Compute Unit Gaming Experience. Wow. You know, I thought we were promised 400 FPS. That Coral AI chip lied. 400 frames per second. Pff, okay, dude. More like 400 farts per second. Got him. Alright, I've seen enough. Should you game on the Lenovo Google Meet Series 1 Compute Unit? No! Do not! Not a chance. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. This thing has taken me over a week to get figured out. Between tracking down this stupid power jack, building this stupid debug cable, buying an entire Chromebook just to sanity check myself, soldering to the BIOS chip, and spending hours troubleshooting on Discord. All for what? Performance that an Xbox 360 would laugh at? Nah, dude. Don't buy this. Well, okay, don't buy it if you want to do any gaming, because otherwise the CPU in here is actually not too bad. And look at this, you get all these Ethernet ports. I don't think you can do anything with the HDMI in, unfortunately, but you got 2 HDMI outs. You got Wi-Fi, 2 RAM slots, and a full-size NVMe. It actually ran really quiet the whole time, too. So, I mean, I guess for gaming, this thing is bad, in the same way that this hammer is a bad screwdriver. All in all, I do like this thing. I just never want to mess with it again. If you're insane and you do want to mess with this thing, there will be a link in the description to where you can get a hold of this power jack. And I'm also going to leave a link to the Discord community of Trollbook. There were a ton of people giving me help in there. I super appreciate it. Shout out to Mr. Chromebox himself. He's the one that makes almost all of this work in the first place. Also, Weird Tree Thing. Those two have done a whole lot of troubleshooting to help get this whole thing working, and it would not have happened without them. And until the next video, I'll leave you with the farewell song of my people. Thanks for watching.
If you like what I do and wanna see me do more, I'm over on Patreon. Description's where you look toward. Pop on over in here. Don't worry, let me get the door. Sorry, no OnlyFans. Sadly, I'm not a
Person who does that.
If you're suddenly broke without $1 to spare, just join the Discord, you'll find me and my hair. It's a chill place, everyone's got something to share. Description again, so hurry, get your ass in there.
With the run,